All right, this is day 2 of our Q&A with our CEO here. I've got some questions for you. So what is one of the hardest decisions you had to make so far into the journey?
The answer comes in twofold. One is understanding the business, understanding what a prop firm really is, what solution it's providing to a use case in the industry, what problem is it solving. To add on to it is, how do we now take the idea and make it a reality? After having seen what the market offers in creating this solution, we decided build this ourselves. So how can we build a team around this vision, whether it be marketing, whether it be technology, whether it be finances? How do we now take this entire picture together, build multiple verticals, have leads for each different vertical, and then expand on those teams? So I think taking a much longer route, it enabled us to really understand the product, what goes into the product, all the different add-ons, whether it be LPs, liquidity providers, different other platforms, right? Including MetaTrader, CTrader, MaxTrade, also even including the CRM.
So one other question that I have is, what standard are you seeing yourself right now at? What standard that you cannot compromise on?
This is a very cliche answer, is quality, right? What entails quality for me in this line of work and in this business? It's so multifaceted, and although I come from an entrepreneurial and a tech background to an extent, I may not understand all the nitty-gritty aspects of the entire product, and in this case, it's a prop firm. But I try to spend as much time with each of our leads to understand what they're working on, what are their milestones, what KPIs they're working towards. So just because I think for me as an entrepreneur, if I don't understand the product, I can't believe in the product. And if I don't believe in the product, I don't see myself pursuing that business because I can't align myself with excellence. Like, the product that I'm building is excellent. It's only right for me to do if I'm only providing the best quality product to whoever the end user is.
I want to understand the culture of Funded Academy. What's the culture like there?
The culture is, if I had to use 2 words, is dynamic and fun. I've worked in corporate Fortune 500 companies. I've worked in startups that have gone IPO. And I think I've taken a hybrid of both, where we know how to structure ourselves like a Fortune 500 company and slowly scale with that model. But I've also worked in a startup environment where we know everything is like, we have a timeline, we have 2-week sprints. What are our deliverables? What are our KPIs? What are we working towards? How do we expand the team? How do we measure our success rate as we build this product? But at the same time is, how do we offer an environment for our team that's consistently growing, a fun workplace where they feel that there is success and there is a light at the end of the tunnel, where when this succeeds, we're going to the moon.
Realistically speaking, what stage is Funded Academy at right now?
Pre-launch, right? And that's a very loaded answer. I think we're at the cusp of it. We've already onboarded, hopefully, what we assume is the best of the best. We're using Xero for our CRM. We have already brought on CTrader, MaxTrader. We're in the final works of bringing on MT5 from MetaQuotes. We are working with tools for brokers. I think this is a very different approach than the typical prop firm that's starting up, because we come in swinging, for lack of a better term. We want to provide every solution and master every solution. My vision has always been excellence, and I think a lot of these platforms and tools, they represent excellence in this industry, and it's only best that we go for all of that at once.
I got a follow-up question on you guys' website. So looked at the website, it's amazing. Who built it for you? How did you go about it?
So it was a collaborative effort, right? There's no credit due to me. It's a team-wide effort. We have very talented individuals who believe in the vision of Funded Academy. We wanted to not reinvent the wheel, but take what's already in the market and understanding the user bases, understanding the concerns, and how do we now take all of that, kind of tweak it, and just better and perfect everything. And hopefully that in turn is received very highly by all the users.
We've spent 2 days here. What was the best outcome? Who have you got to meet? Did you make friends, prop firm friends? I know we're coming up. There's a lot of competitions, etc. Who have you met? What have you taken from here?
Competition is intense in this space, just like any industry, right? It is a free market. The solution other people are already offering, or other groups are already offering. We had a lot of FaceTime with folks that we've been in communication with since Q1 of last year, 2025. We've exchanged a lot of emails, been on Teams calls. The actual face to the people we've been communicating with has been essential. And I've always been a proponent of doing business with people that you can actually interact on a physical level. I mentioned tools for brokers. I mentioned MetaQuotes, MT5, several liquidity providers. We bring so much value and so many levels of experience that will be a product to be reckoned with.
What should the traders out there or your potential clients, what should they be looking out for? What's exciting about Funded Academy?
Any service that I engage with, or you engage with, or the average person engages with, right? Whether it be something notable as Robinhood or E-Trade or TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, you name it, having a personal touch to something is something that we're really exploring, something that we're taking into consideration, whether it be being able to speak to someone at customer service once we've onboarded you and you are one of our customers. That's something that we're exploring and we think is going to have a very positive impact in the industry and already set us apart, because we don't want someone who is having some sort of trouble to have to resort to speaking to an AI bot, but rather hopefully speak to a real person, being able to communicate with someone that's beyond just the chat room.
What do you think makes a prop firm sustainable on a long term?
For any business, especially a startup, it's your foundation, right? Your experience, which you can really attain as you go and as you go through the process. But having the background, at least for us, I can speak only for us and not other people. Many of us come from the tech world and the tech space, especially the startup space. That's one part of it. And the other part is also financing, right? To be very truthfully honest, is if you don't have the backing to support not just your team, right? The overhead of the team, your office space, but also all the different platforms and tools that you're bringing in to develop this prop firm. You have all the different service providers like MatchTrade and C-Trade and MT5. That comes at a very heavy cost. So having a dedicated team who can just focus on the risk management, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's an actual business that we're building to hopefully that will be profitable one day, consistently sustain the business financially. This will only grow exponentially.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pleasure.